Don't blink. Blink and you're dead. Hello! Welcome back to Steph Crosses the Pond. On today's episode, art is cool! We went to two galleries while we were here in Florence. We went to the Accademia and we went to the Uffizi Gallery. The Accademia is where Michelangelo's David is, as well as some other like unfinished sculptures of his, some unfinished pietas, and that's like the main attraction for the Accademia. They have some other paintings too, but it's mostly, you know, if you're going to the Accademia, you're going to see David. And then the Uffizi was my favorite of the two, because it had, oh, I just screwed in the bed. It had a lot of paintings from like the very beginning of the Renaissance, like early enough to almost be medieval period, all the way up through beginnings of like Mannerism and the Baroque era with Caravaggio and Artemisia Gentileschi and all those cool kids. And so what was really neat is I get to see all these works of art in person that I'd only ever seen on lecture slides. And so the whole time we're going through the gallery, I'd see something and just be like, oh, I know this. I've talked about this in class. I know what I know about this. And so I see like Cimabue and Giotto, and they're like the grandfather and great-grandfather of the Renaissance, really starting to work on different proportions than medieval artists, experimenting with perspective a little bit. I got to see a couple paintings by Michelangelo. I got to see Botticelli. I got to see Birth of Venus and Primavera. I got to see, what else did I get to see? I saw a whole bunch. I saw Titian's Venus of Urbino. I saw some Raphael. I saw all my Ninja Turtles. This week I've seen all my Ninja Turtles. And I got to see, there wasn't a bunch of Leonardo stuff. There was this one really cool kind of side exhibit where it was an unfinished painting, but they showed like his process, where they showed it as a drawing, and then they showed it as like an underpainting, just focusing on values, and then they showed the unfinished painting. And that was really cool just to see his process and like what he was focusing on and the way he would set up the figures and start to work on where the shadows were and where the highlights were and everything like that. So yeah, that was really cool. I was on cloud nine, you can say, for the whole day that we went to the Uffizi. 'Cause I saw these things in person that I'd only seen in class, in lecture slides. I've taken notes on these things. I've written paragraphs and essays and papers and whatever else on these things. And now I've seen them in person. And that's just really, really cool. Yeah. Art's cool, guys. Art is really, really cool. And I get to study it in one of the biggest places for it in the world. And that's amazing. Yeah. I think that's it for my fangirl rambling for right now. Here's some footage from both of the galleries. Enjoy! this, I think, will be my last big video for Florence. I have a quick little one in a couple days just about like, here's how I'm doing so far. Even though like you've been seeing what I've been doing, but I haven't been talking a lot like how I've been doing. Am I doing okay? Have I been really homesick? I'm doing great. Don't worry about me. I'm doing great. But just, you know, like kind of looking back and reflecting on this week in Florence. Next stop is Siena. And we're there for most of next week. But yeah, I'll keep y'all updated. Ciao. George, this is for you.